Hey YouTube, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach. I talk about frugal living, saving money, spending money, how to live a great life on less because money isn't everything. So, today, what I want to talk about is Christmas. And I know it's August. I know that Christmas seems months away, which, yeah, it is. But I wanted to share with you what I do and what I've done for the last few years that's really helped me to not end up letting Christmas get out of control. Number one, make a list of who you're buying for. That list is going to be different for everybody. For me, I buy for my kids. I buy for spouses of children. And I buy for my grandchildren. And I buy for my sister and my boyfriend. That's it. That is my list. Those are the people that are most important to me and that are the closest to me. So they're the ones that I buy for. Then the next thing that you do after you make your list, put a number by their name of how much you want to spend on them. You know, it can be general. Maybe it's a little more, maybe it's a little less. It depends on what you find for them. But have an idea in mind of how much you want to spend. Basically, I spend $25 for each of my kids, their spouses, my sister, and then I spend $50 each on my grandchildren, and I spend $50 on my boyfriend. So all told, it ends up adding up to $350. So the next thing you do is, I've already done my budget for this month. So what I do for the month of September, October, November, and December, I divide that number by 4. That number by 4 is $87.50. So I put $87.50 and I use every dollar with Dave Ramsey. And I just put, you can add categories, you can take them out. I add in Christmas and I'll put $87.50. And then in my note app on my phone, I have the list. When I bought the thing for the person, I put a check mark by it. So I know when I look there, okay, I've bought for them. I've taken care of that. So then you just keep doing that. And then in December, yeah, you still have $87.50. I will have $87.50 to spend, but then I'll look at my list and see who I have left, you know? And then I like to, for the 2 weeks before Christmas, I just want to be wrapping the presents, baking, decorating my house. That's what I want to do. I want the gifts. I want that done. Not to say that I haven't loved going out on Christmas Eve. I used to do that all the time. I just loved to go out on Christmas Eve because the music would be playing and everything, and it would be just so holiday-ish, and I love all my Christmas movies and all that because I love Christmas. I really, truly do. But I just do it because it's fun. But anyway, then you enjoy the season. You can enjoy your family, you know? You don't have to be stressing because people get really stressed at Christmas. They don't know what to buy people. And I work in a kitchen boutique store that I have people coming in December and they're like, oh my gosh, I got to buy this I got to buy something. Can you help me? They want ideas. They want, sometimes they can come in rather frantic thinking, okay, I got to find something. So if you plan out, I buy a lot of my Christmas stuff at Costco, especially for my kids. I'll buy for my daughter-in-law's at my store, which is a kitchen boutique store. So anyway, that's just how I do it. And then it can be enjoyable in those months looking for stuff if you've got it in the budget. So it doesn't take away from anything else. It doesn't stress you out. So that is what I do. And I start now. So the other thing, over the weekend, my boyfriend and I went to Hannibal, Missouri. And as you can see behind me over here, I love horses. I love horses. I fell in love with horses when my mother had a horse the summer that I was 15. Her name was Betsy. She was a Palomino. It was the same year that Secretariat won the Triple Crown. I've been I just love horses. I would have one right now if I could afford it, but I know I can't. But I would love to have one. But anyway, this is what I have to do instead. I have my models, and I found these horses at an antique store in Hannibal, Missouri. And the neat thing about these guys is they've got the harnesses on them, which is really cool. There's two of them. They came in a set, which is really cool. I don't have a team of horses. I didn't have any draft horses because I'm always trying to look for a horse that I don't have. I don't want another horse of what I already have. So anyway, I went into this antique store. The booth, I had been in there the day before. I go in there. This person had, I don't know how many horses on a shelf. I was like, this is a jackpot, because I'm always looking for Labrador stuff, horse stuff, nostalgic toys, that kind of thing. I'm looking for anything like that. I'm looking for specific things. So anyway, I went back to that same booth. I knew exactly where it was. And I looked. Well, the other horses that they had were $35, $45, $50 for one horse. And then there were this team of horses with the harnesses and everything for $28. So I stood there for a little bit. I picked all of them up. I looked at all of them. Now, I decided on that, but the other thing that was really hard is the booth right across from this one. There was a nostalgic toy over there that I had growing up. It was a Jane West doll. If any of you remember Jane West, Jody West, I know there was a guy, but I can't remember his name. I don't know if I had him. But, they had the vest and the skirts that were plastic that you could, they weren't cloth or anything. I found Jane West, I found Josie West, and I found the Palomino horse that I had as a kid, which when I was 15, I actually had a Palomino horse, but the Palomino horse that Jane West had, I had before that, but I always loved Palominos. So anyway, do you know how much they wanted for this plastic horse? $68. I paid $28 for these guys that look real. They wanted $68 for this plastic horse that was Jane West's horse. Didn't have the saddle on it. Didn't have the bridle on it. And then they wanted $35, $40 for Jane West and Josie West. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And it was really, really hard because I loved those toys when I was a kid. Positively loved them. And that's the thing that will get me when I go into a store like that. So anyway, I got these really neat draft horses. They're not like anything else that I have back there. So I was excited, and I got them for $28. 2 horses for $28 with the harness and the bridle on them. And all my horses back there don't have horses and bridles. So that was even a plus too. But anyway, that is kind of my story. Oh, the other thing that I did want to say, I forgot about the Christmas thing, is I had a credit card when I was in my 20s. It was a store credit card. And one year I bought everybody a Christmas present and put it on this card. So I was going into debt for Christmas. And then I spent the first 6 months of the next year paying it off. I never did that again. I never did that again. I was like, why did I do that? It's like, why? And I mean, back then, I was a hairdresser, and with what I made in a year being a hairdresser, I actually figured this up. Google is amazing. But according to Google, what I made back in the 70s being a hairdresser is equivalent to $82,000 now. I didn't realize I was doing that good. I really didn't know. But it was before I met my husband. It was just me. You know, I could have done so much more with that money. I had tips on top of that. Why didn't I invest back then? Back when you're in your 20s, you think that 66 is so far away. It's not. I've said this before, but you hit 40, you're at 50 before you know it, and you're at 60 even faster. And I'm 66, so I'm on my way to 70. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. In 2026, I'll have my 50th high school reunion. Out of high school for 50 years. Doesn't seem that long at all. Not at all. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to say. Think about Christmas now. Make a list. Decide how much you're going to spend. And then September, October, November, December, divide by 4. Put that number into your budget and start buying little by little by little. And you'll be ready for Christmas when it comes. So anyway, that's all I have to say. If you are still here and you like this video, please hit like, comment, tell me what your nostalgic toys were. Have you found any of them later in life, like me? Or did you keep all of them? I wished I would have. I don't know whatever happened to Jane West and Josie West. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them, but I wished I would have kept them. I could have made a lot of money on them, obviously. But, like I always say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time, bye.